Hello, I'm Lola.
And I'm Jenny.
Welcome to our video series about the formation of human sex cells, called meiosis. We recommend you to watch our last video about mitosis first. There, we explain important terms and processes which we won't repeat again in this video, because we don't have the time.
So how can meiosis be defined?
Meiosis is a special form of nuclear division where the number of chromosomes of diploid cells is divided in half. In meiosis, 4 haploid cells, the sex cells or gametes, are developed from one diploid somatic cell.
What's the difference between somatic cells and gametes? And what does haploid and diploid mean?
A body cell or somatic cell has a diploid set of chromosomes in its nucleus. This set of chromosomes consists of 46 chromosomes. 23 come from the mother, 23 from the father.
And why are 2 chromosomes green?
These are the sex chromosomes, also known as X and Y chromosomes. In our sketch, we picture them as double-stranded chromosomes, so they are easier to distinguish from the others. Like the name suggests, the sex chromosomes determine the sex. Males possess an X and a Y chromosome. Females, on the other hand, possess 2 X chromosomes and no Y chromosome.
Ah, I see. Diploid cells, like our somatic cells, contain a double set of chromosomes. And what happens after DNA replication in S phase?
For the term diploid, it doesn't matter if the set of 46 chromosomes consists of single-stranded chromosomes or double-stranded chromosomes. The thing that matters is that there are 2 sets of 23 chromosomes each, 23 from the mother and 23 from the father.
That sounds logical. After DNA replication, there is merely an identical copy of the chromosomes, and not an entirely new set of chromosomes.
Correct. Now we can go on to the haploid cells, our gametes, spermatozoa in males and ova in females. They are haploid. Gametes are cells with only a single set of chromosomes. That means they possess only 23 instead of 46 chromosomes. Just like before, the term haploid doesn't depend on whether there are single-stranded or double-stranded chromosomes. What's important is that there's just one set of chromosomes, 23 chromosomes. Gametes are formed in the ovaries in females and testicles in males. The creature in our sketch has both ovaries, drawn in pink, and testes, drawn in blue. Gametes develop from specific diploid somatic cells called germ cells. The germ cells are called spermatocytes in males and oocytes in females. The germ cells are able to go through mitosis and meiosis. If you're interested in mitosis, watch our last video. In this video series, we'll only discuss meiosis. This process is similar to mitosis, but with a totally different outcome. Before meiosis, we have a germ cell with a double set of chromosomes, 46 chromosomes in total. After the 2 stages of meiosis, we have 4 gametes with a single set of 23 chromosomes each.
And what's the difference between meiosis and mitosis?
During mitosis and the following cytokinesis, a cell divides into 2 cells, which are both identical to the original mother cell. After the 2 stages of meiosis, we have 4 gametes that all have different genetic information. They are not identical copies of the mother cell and not identical copies of each other.
So how does meiosis work?
All in good time. First, we have to explain some other important terms. Like we already mentioned before, meiosis starts with a diploid germ cell. The genetic information in its nucleus consists of a double set of chromosomes. 23 of these chromosomes come from the father, the other 23 from the mother. Each paternal chromosome can be paired with one maternal chromosome. This means that the germ cell contains 46 chromosomes or 23 pairs of chromosomes.
And which 2 chromosomes form a pair?
The chromosomes of a pair are homologous. That means that the corresponding paternal and maternal chromosomes, the homologs, are similar in their structure, shape, and gene sequence. They are similar but not identical.
Similar but not identical?
Correct. The two homologs of each pair contain the same genes, but different versions of these genes.
What?
Let me explain. In the sketch, we see a homologous pair of chromosomes. They each contain the same genes at similar positions. However, these genes exist in different versions. One version came from the father, one from the mother. These different versions of a gene are called alleles of a gene. An example. Let's imagine one single gene coded for the eye color, which is not the case in real life, by the way. This gene for eye color would be at the same position on both homologs. The eye color gene exists in a different version on each homolog. On the paternal homolog, drawn in blue, the gene may code for blue eyes. On the maternal homolog, drawn in red, the gene may code for brown eyes. Both genes code for the eye color. However, they are not identical but exist in two different versions. These versions are called alleles. The same is true for all genes on homologous chromosomes.
You said that not one single gene codes for our eye color. How does it work then?
Normally, several genes are necessary to develop a certain trait. The genes necessary for this trait can even be situated on different chromosomes.
Now we can start with meiosis.
We can start soon, but the germ cell has to prepare for the division before meiosis can start. Just like before mitosis, the germ cell goes through interphase.
So the cell cycles of mitosis and meiosis are similar?
No. After meiosis is completed, the resulting gametes don't undergo further divisions. Thus, the term cell cycle isn't used for meiosis. To prepare for meiosis, the cell grows during G1 phase of interphase and synthesizes proteins. During S phase, the DNA is replicated. This is called chromosome duplication. During G2 phase, the replicated DNA is checked for damage and more important proteins are synthesized.
Now meiosis can begin.
Yes, but we will postpone that to our second video about meiosis. Just click on the link here. Or if you're watching on your phone, we'll link the video in the description box down below. There, you'll also find the link to the video we made about mitosis.